What's going on, y'all? Loving Hip Hop Hollywood, season 3, episode 11. What is this called? Child, I don't even fucking know. That's what it's called. The Source. All right. So we get into this episode talking about Ray J. Ray J is doing a fitting for his coming to America thing, trying on a chain. He's in his feelings because, Prince has been tripping ever since last week when she came in there with the video girl and the having a conversation with the mama and feeling like the mama don't like her because Sonya she don't fuck with her like that. So he having this conversation with the daddy, okay? And he was just telling her, you gonna have some problems, okay? But you feel it in your heart that Princess is the one, and that's the reason why you haven't been going through this stuff. And giving him reassurance that y'all in love, have a wedding and all that shit. Fine. Moving on from that. So Lyrica goes and Lyrica Jr. I should say meets up with Pam. Okay, that's A1 Mama. And I was 100% on A1's mama side, Mama Pam's side last week because to be quite frank, I felt as though Pam had the right to say what she said about Lyrica Senior because Lyrica Senior came at her so many times unprovoked. When they were sitting down at that picnic, Lyrica Senior busted out and said, "Get that waist trainer to your fat ass mama." Pam wasn't even saying shit, okay? Pam even gave a compliment and said, "I'm glad to be here with A1 and my daughter-in-law and your mom." She gave her a little compliment, and you went straight there and called her a fat ass, and then you want to get upset because she called you a bitch. Well, I would have called you a bitch too. You called me a fat ass, so now you a bitch, okay? There you go. And so Lyrica came at her, and they both got into it, and they both was wrong in that situation, in that argument that they had last week. But I feel like Pam had the right to say that, it's your mom that's causing a lot of the problems as well, which is true, okay? That's the main reason why y'all elope, because the mamas can't get along, and mostly because Lyrica Senior don't understand she needs to cut that umbilical cord and move on with her life and get her man to do what she got to do. So Lyrica Jr. felt it in her heart that, it's been fucking with her, that she needs to go and apologize to Pam. And that's basically what she went and did. And Pam was like, "You know what? I like you. Okay?" She had the nerve to say that she was jealous of her mama. Jealous of what? Pam ain't out here acting a fool in Menangs of you, okay? She ain't acting a fool, because her son is this and her son is that. No, she been accepted you, so what are you talking about? But anyway, moving on from that, Pam was like, I respect you and I do like you, and I just need you to understand that some of the stuff that's going on, it is because of your mother. And she was like, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but I was really wrong for calling you out your name and all that stuff. They've kissed, made up, and she was like, my mom said she gonna get back the car, and I want you to come with me to come get the car. I said, Pam, I understand this is a good gesture, but girl, just because the daughter says she cool with you don't mean that the mom is cool with you. So you should have just set that shit back. But you just trying to, because y'all made up. So hey, you gonna go with the floor of things. So we get this other scene. Child, Tiara is in the club. Next thing you know, here comes Hazel-E. I said, bitch, where the fuck you been? That's right, bitches. I'm back. I got a hot new song on the radio that's burning up the charts. And I got to stop in and talk to TT and see what's up. TT, she used to get all out of control. And sometimes I have to, hide the liquor from her. That's when I first realized that, when she get a little liquored up, shit goes a little bit left. So I got to understand what's going on with this Uber case and shit. So Tiara trying to tell her what's going on. And basically feeling as though she's gonna win the case and all that shit. And it is what it is. I said, girl, you fucked that Uber driver up because you was drunk as shit, and that's all to it. Everybody keeps leading on to the fact that you was drunk and you have this drinking problem, and this being on TV is not really gonna help your case. And then but Hazel-E started talking about being on this song with Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap is on her song. And she was like, girl, that's Masika baby daddy. So they say, allegedly. I said, oh, you starting shit already, bitch. And then, she was like, is it really Fetty Wap on your track? She was like, yes, it is. I know because I was there. Tiara was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck if it's Fetty Wap, Fetty Bop, Betty Boop, Betty Bop, bitch. I just want y'all bitches to leave me the fuck up out of it. Because once again, I'm torn in between. I'm really in the middle, okay? I said, well, shit, that's what the fuck happens with these motherfuckers. There you go. So, Princess is under a lot of stress. She's, talking to her friend and also Brandy about what's going on and how, she feels as though it was Sonya who put Ray up to doing this prenup shit. And she said, at the beginning, she was like, fuck this prenup. I don't need it. I'm not here for it. And Brandy was like, how I feel about it. I'm not here for the prenups and shit. Bitch, it's not about you because most likely when you and Max got together, both of y'all had nothing. Okay? So therefore, y'all was on equal damn footing. Okay? So shut the fuck up. This ain't about you. But Princess put it out there that, hey, fuck it. I didn't thought about it. And with all this bullshit that's going on, I understand where Sonya coming from. We've been fighting a lot and all this shit. So I went and looked into getting a prenup. And I got a prenup, finna get a prenup drawn up right now. Brandy is in her feelings like, oh my god, should I tell Sonya because I'm loyal to her and all this stuff, and I'm like, it's not your business, okay? It's not your fucking business. I mean, to tell, no, not, it's not your place. That's what I should say, because Princess made it your business by telling you because she's talking to a good girlfriend supposedly, and you're thinking about going behind her back and telling Sonya and Ray about what's going on with this prenup. No, obviously she got this prenup. She's gonna tell Ray and Sonya about it when she feel like telling them, okay? Most likely before the wedding. It is not your responsibility to tell anybody anything at this point, okay? So, Tiara, no. What's that girl name? Nikki Baby meets up with Tiara's roommate. Tiara still got a roommate. I mean, I guess the show not paying enough. And I mean, times is hard and it's cheaper to have two in one place. I mean, hey, I'm not finna judge, okay? Because some of us out here struggling got roommates too. But being on this show, you would have just thought that, us regular folks, we can get roommates all the time. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that, especially if you're just coming out of school and shit like that. But you're on the show, I'm just saying. I mean, if Soldier Boy was getting paid $25,000 per episode, how much is you getting paid, Tiara? And you a main character since the first fucking episode of the first season. I'm not finna go there. I'm not finna go there. I just went there, but I'm gonna stop. So, she's on there talking to her roommate about what's going on with this Uber case and being there for her and, people dealing with, substance abuse and things of that such. And, maybe we just need to be there and all this stuff. And then here comes Tiara. She shows up talking about the Uber case, right? And saying that stuff got mixed up. I guess she missed the right time that she was supposed to be there. So then they had put out a bench warrant for her. And so basically she might be going to jail or she is going to jail. She don't know how long or whatever the fuck. And she's just making light of the situation like it's nothing. Like, girl, this some serious ass shit. And that's how Nikki and her roommate was looking at like, this some serious ass shit. Then we get to this shit with Brandy and Max Lux. Okay, Max, I didn't see it last week because I really wasn't looking at his mouth and I really wasn't trying to this time because I was actually coming over to his side. But, I saw the replay of the whole episode before this and you are a goddamn fool, okay? You literally had a fucking grill in your mouth, all right? I don't know if them diamonds was real, but you spent a little change to get some grills in your mouth instead of going ahead and getting money to save that money up to get your whole mouth fixed, okay? You need to go to Fetty Wap's doctor, his dentist, okay? Fetty Wap, when he got his teeth done, okay? He spent 80 stacks on that shit to get that whole front done, okay? Max, they gonna have to knock your teeth all out and start over anew, okay? And that's what you should have been. That should have been your priority right there, okay? Your child and your teeth. That's what should be your priority, not no fucking grill. How the fuck did they mold that shit to your teeth? Bitch, because they gotta, I'm not even finna, I'm stopping. But anyway, he tells Brandy that, he told Fizz about the sex tape thing. She was like, why would you tell him that? Shit, I'm trying to get her back and all this stuff. And he was like, he has a son and I still kick it with him and I don't want that to come in, between our relationship. And it's like, how would that look if I'm putting this stuff out about the son's mother and all this stuff, which is true, okay? I don't care if you really, Monique deserve whatever, but putting a sex tape out and like, okay, what you get out of it? That's not gonna make a bitch like Monique learn a lesson, as you say, because that shit's still going on till this fucking day, and y'all still ain't put the sex tape out. I don't really care for it. I don't want to see it, so hey, it is what it is. And then it was like, here go Max. Now, if your homegirl Beyonce, she wouldn't do no stuff like that. She gonna say, son, you right, you right. Now I gotta be like, bae. And I said, you know what? You supposed to be friends with Beyonce. So you don't know that Bay is not pronounced Bay, it's pronounced B-E-Y, Beyonce, B, not Bay. Bitch, that irked me and I turned the fuck off. I said, you know what? Go to commercial. So because of this bench warrant, Tiara had to turn herself in. She turned herself in. She was in jail for like 6 hours or some shit like that. Andrew, he came out there, bailed her out. Nikki Baby was sitting there waiting on her and all that stuff. And she was like, I was in jail for all these hours with murders and thieves and stuff like that. And it just goes to show that I really don't deserve to be there. I don't want to be in that position. Okay, girl, fine. It's good that you had somebody that'll come pick your ass up, because I wouldn't. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you a story. So, my cousin, now listen to this shit. My cousin fucking around with this dude who's been knowingly cheating on her, right? And I don't even know if they really boyfriend, girlfriend like that. But, she know the other bitch that he cheating on her with or whatever. And so they was going back and forth on Facebook and all that shit. And I'm like, you making yourself look a fool. And she's coming at the bitch. And I'm like, why don't you come at him? Because he's the one that's normally supposedly be with you. But he's fucking around with the bitch. But, whatever. So one day, like a week or so, nope, week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago, she goes over his place and old girl was there in the bed with him. So she gets into it with him and takes a taser out and tasers him. And so he said, fuck this shit, bitch, and called the cops and pressed charges against her. And now this bitch been in jail ever since because, people ain't got the bail money to come get her out. And see, this is another thing. These motherfuckers you be trying to claim, they be commenting on all your stuff and be amping your ass up on Facebook, on Twitter, whatever. They claim to be your friend, but when it's time for some shit to go down and you really need them, ain't nobody there to take your ass out. Now she gonna be in jail until her fucking hearing. Okay? Let that be a lesson. Tiara, you understand that shit, alright? You better be glad you got at least 2 good friends, okay? Cause it could have went a whole different other way. But moving on from that, Masika goes over there and talking to Moniece. Well, I don't know who came over who, but who cares? They talking. And Moniece is telling her everything that's going on with Jason Lee, with the movie, and how the sex tape and how Fizz went on ahead and got out of Jason Lee that it's a rapper. And she was like, I've been messing around with this dude named Phillip, on and off for 2.5 years. He lives in Vegas. I live out here, and mostly the reason why the relationship ended is because she wasn't really trying to do and couldn't take the long distance or whatever. And so it wasn't nothing like no dip and jump off type of situation. They was in an actual real relationship and everything ended on a good note and they were still cool. So why would he have a sex tape with me and all this shit? And so she said she looked on Facebook, looked him up, and seen that he was just so happened gonna be in LA in a couple days or whatever. So she gonna go down and pop up on his ass. And then Masika's telling her about this shit with Hazel Beak and how, Hazel came at her, she called her Nasal E. Hazel came at her talking shit about her child. She just literally said some shit about it because she said Fetty ain't the daddy or whatever, supposedly. Okay. And so she started talking about the song, and Hazel claims that it's Fetty Wap on there, and Masika says it's not. Masika even actually went as far as talking to Fetty Wap, FaceTiming him, telling him, "Did you get on the song with Hazel?" And he was like, "No, I don't know shit about that." She let him listen to the song. He says, "That shit ain't even me. Okay, it's not my ad list. It's not my voice. It's not nothing." And so, take that shit down. And that's where the real drama continues from, all over a fucking song. Like, bitch, it's just dumb as shit. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, y'all. Princess, she goes to me with a lawyer, whatever, to go ahead and try to bring up, see what the process is to put in place a prenup and all that stuff. And, she was like, she's trying to protect herself and she's giving the guy the history of the Norwoods and how they petty. They are king petty, okay, bitch? She says, I really think that, Sonya and them feels as though if we break up, I'm going to leave them with all their money, take all their money and all that stuff, whatever. So let me get this prenup to protect my assets and all the stuff that I got, outside of Ray and all this shit. I said, that do kind of make sense. But, she said she wants a clause in the prenup that says The prenup is null and void if Ray comes back with an outside kid, gets somebody else pregnant. I said, damn, because she was like, I don't know if you're going to stay faithful to me. I said, well, bitch, at least you know, okay? And if you already got doubts and you know that your man eventually going to fuck around on you, why y'all getting married, okay? But anyway, she said, one main reason that I'm putting this up in here because the last time me and Ray got into it, listen, she trademarked her logo, okay? I said, Princess Love got a logo, but Ray J petty ass trademarked her actual name, Princess Love. I said, bitch, what? So in a sense, what that basically means is Ray owns that bitch. In the sense that, you know, you can't put your name on anything without me getting money from it. He could sue her for using her own name if she wants to, without his permission. If he wants to get that, petty. I said, he trademarked your own name? Bitch, go and see if his is trademarking. You trademark his, okay? But I'm pretty sure he probably already did that shit, you know, because if he didn't trademark yours, I'm pretty sure he didn't already got his trademark. Look, that shit just took me out for a second. I said, what are we? This is modern day slavery or some shit. What's going on? But anyway, moving on from that. Lyrica Senior is driving. She was like, you know, I decided to go ahead and get A1 and Lyrica Jr. back their car. You know, all this shit that's going on. All I need them to do is to respect me and understand where I'm coming from. All this shit. Bitch, that shit flew out the window. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Lyrica Jr., you kind of set Pam up when you had her drive Lyrica Senior car. And you knew that bitch was unstable as fuck and they ain't had no conversation yet. And this bitch rose up in the girl car and you just wanted some shit to happen. Maybe you really didn't, but you should have thought, man, if she would have seen, you know your mama, if she gonna see Pam up in this car, she gonna flip the fuck out. And sure enough, what's she doing in my car? Pam was sitting like this. Pam rolled up like this. I said, bitch. Hey, I said, no, it's not going to fly with Lyrica Senior. She opens up the door, get your ass about my car, pulling on her and all that shit. And now we see who the real problem is. Yes, I'm pretty sure this shit goes deeper than what we've been seeing. And at one point in time, Pam probably was a big issue. But now it's Lyrica Senior that's the big issue. She can't control her fucking self. Like I said, cut the cord, okay? Your kids are married. You're going to have to deal with it. I mean, they're not married to you. Let them live their lives or whatever. And, you know, Lyrica Jr. was like, I mean, I have to protect my mom, but, you know, she was kind of fucked up for doing what she just did, trying to pull out the car and all this shit. So that was wrong. You can't say that Pam started this shit because it was you that started it. And she was like, you know, you wrong as fuck for having her driving my car and all this shit. They about to fight in the parking lot. Again, this is the third time they finna fight. I said, damn. And then she was like, why would you have her driving car? Because she was driving for me. And I said, that got her to shut the fuck up. And I was sitting here like, really, Lyrica Senior? Calm the fuck down, bitch. You know, you just want to go box a bag or some shit because you just doing too much, all right? Box whoever sold you that goddamn weave, okay? That's what you need to do, okay? That's why you mad. That's why the fuck you mad. And then Lyrica trying to say, I just want everybody to be cool again. You know, I know it's going to take time, but can we at least respect each other and all this stuff? And even Pam was trying to say the same thing. And she was like, bitch, can we get a hug or whatever? She was like, you can't just expect me to want to put everything that was said in the past and all that stuff and say everything is all good. And it was like, no, but at least can we hug it out? Lyrica Senior looked at her like Donald Trump when they asked Donald Trump will he accept the results of the election, whether it goes his way or Hillary. I'm going to have to see when it comes to that time. That's how she gave that answer. She was looking like, I don't like this bitch and I don't want her touching on me. Fuck you mean? Huh? Bitch, I almost whooped her ass and you want me to hug her ass? Fuck all that. I mean, she can hug me, bitch. So they do hug. And then at one point they was trying to talk. And then both of them started talking. And then Lyrica Senior was like, now see, there you go talking over me. See, why you got... I said, oh, calm the fuck down and shut it up. Both of yous. So Moniece, she goes to the little open mic thing that dude's supposed to be. I guess he a shitty rapper because don't nobody know him, and that place was not packed at all, okay? So it was less packed than Masika place and Willie place put together. And, you know, they only had 5 people apiece up in there. So, you know, I guess, hey, what it is. And so when he get through doing whatever the fuck it was that he was doing, we get to see him. And I said, Miles, is that you? He looked like a broke ass Miles from Milan's ex from last season, all right? But basically he lies and say that he lost his phone and Jason Lee found his phone, hacked into the phone, and he was supposed to give it back to him, but Jason hacked into it and got the video and all this shit. And I'm sitting here like, come on, bruh. I'm with Moniece on this. You can't sit here and look me dead in my face and think that I'm gonna believe that bullshit ass lie. Like, it don't even make sense. Of all people, is Jason Lee involved in this shit? Like, come on, bro. That's a fucking blogger. He's the one that's gonna find the phone. You gave that shit to him, and that's all that I feel that's happened. Okay, you talking about otherwise, and it was an accident. You only got one copy. It's on the phone. She said, "Bitch, will send it to my attorney." Okay, he said, "Attorney for what?" She slapped the dog shit out of him and was like, "Well, it was a puppy slap, and was like, you trying to make it seem like this is whatever." He said it was consensual. Yes, bitch, it was consensual. But just because you filmed something, and even if Moniece said, okay, go ahead, we can go ahead and film it or whatever, that does not mean that she gave you the permission to go ahead and distribute that. Okay? That is not what she said. All right? Because people who use this other people's images and put them in things that they know that they're not supposed to be in and they didn't get permission for that, you can get sued for copyright infringement. Okay? That means whatever it is that they have, that's their person's whatever, and they did not give you the legal permission to use them, their name, or whatever, their image, you can get sued for that. Okay? And you putting out a sex tape and you spreading it around, you can get sued for that, boo. And then you get on TV, you can get sued for that. So I was just like, this is stupid. So, Masika's in the club. Hazel-E comes up in there and they start talking. And she was like, bitch, you ready to apologize for the shit that you said about my baby? I think your baby is gorgeous. I didn't say anything about your baby, but you was in the song talking about that ain't my baby daddy and that probably ain't his baby and all that shit. That's offensive as fuck. But I'm just saying what it is. I'm kind of disappointed in you, Masika, in the way that you look. I thought you would have went and got, nipped and tucked and sucked somewhere. She said, no, bitch, like you went and got nipped, tucked, sucked, and plumped and all that shit. Next thing you know, Hazel couldn't take what was going on in the situation. That's how I look at it. Because she threw that drink at her and it barely touched her. And I was like, what? Masika didn't even really move, okay? The security came and jumped on Hazel-E before, anything could really pop off. And they were just going back and forth with each other. It was a pointless, worthless thing. But girl, when Masika said, this collagen pumped body... Come on, Nasal-E. Come on, Hazel-E. I said, you know what? Let me turn this shit off and go look at Black Ink Crew. Chad, y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Let me tell you something. Pause. Brandy, I will whoop your ass. I will whoop your ass if I was Princess. Because ain't nobody tell you to tell Ray J that shit next week. Princess, you better read that bitch, okay? I don't even fucking like you, but you better read the fuck out that hoe. Because you can't tell your secrets to her, all right? What you trying to get back at her because Princess told Ray about, what you going on and with the shopping shit, bitch, fuck you. Fuck both of y'all.